Hello everybody and welcome to Fallout 4 on the PlayStation 5. And just a couple of days ago, Fallout London released. It's been in development for about 5 or 6 years. And as a Britophile, someone born and bred in the British Isles, I've been watching PC players' videos about Fallout London with great envy, wondering if or when it might come to console. The Boston area and Massachusetts have a very Anglophile or Brit-centric quality. If you imagine, however, they are fictitious characters like Fraser, the series Fraser, and his brother, his family, are from Boston, the Boston area, and they are definitely Anglophiles. They speak in quite a posh English accent. Not like what I do. So, why not Fallout London? Why does the franchise have to be purely the Americas? Watching all these people make videos about it, all these PC players, newfangled PCs, confound them. What a lovely little bathroom in this nice little house. I still need my torch though. And Fallout London is just a giant mod. It's absolutely amazing to see. Even just as a voyeur watching other people play it on in their videos. And the voice talent. You've got people like Sylvester McCoy and one of the other Doctor Who's, I can't remember, is it Colin Baker? Not Tom Baker, I don't think. And some of the voices sound a bit like Alfred Hitchcock or Richard Barton, who voiced the War of the Worlds thing for, what band was it? It was a musical version of War of the Worlds. I'm trying to remember. The Time Machine. It was an H.G. Wells thing, made for theatre and cinema for live performance.
What kind of things, you ask?
And they had Richard Burton's voice. He was the voice of the protagonist. Oh well. So here I am at Country Cottage, or is it Coastal Cottage? Check the map. Coastal Cottage. Yes, Coastal Cottage. We've got 7 people living here. 83% happiness. 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 Little tent here. Many mods used here, including, and you can see the toggle lights for this. CVA. Which I've used to plant trees and put detritus rubbish and weeds and so on all over the place. That covers building in weeds. But this building is in a very British Georgian style. Whereas most American houses were even sort of their old founding fathers type houses, Plymouth and so on, were wooden, timber framed with wooden cladding. Whereas brick and masonry are very much a British thing. So this wouldn't look out of place in somewhere like Islington or the outskirts of London. So I'm hoping Fallout London does eventually release on console as well, even if, I'd get it even if I have to pay. As Bethesda are not likely to produce a Fallout game apart from Fallout 76, which they presumably going to keep going and adding to. What a lovely fireplace. And of course I'm more eager to watch British people playing Fallout London, because there's so much idiomatic or very culturally British stuff, and kind of subtle things that only native Brits can get. Old TV programs and types of products, everything tea, coffee, shopping shops and all that sort of thing. Ooh, Fusion's house. I've only come back to this to moan about my not being able to play Fallout London. Because I haven't been back for a while. But I'm very pleased with this house. I think I made a fairly good job of it. It's one of my best attempts to build at this site. So this is the crater in the middle of the wrecked wooden house, where you have to fight a couple of these giant horseshoe crab Mirelurks and to obtain the site in order to make the site available for building, for colonizing. But even the cars in Fallout London, there's something that looks like an old Jaguar. Whatever kind of Jaguar came before the Jaguar XK. And there's even a car that looks like a combination of an E-Type Jaguar and something else. I'm sure there are car experts out there that can put me right on that score. And there's a Mini Cooper. Lots of nods to Britishness. There's not a pit boy, but there's an attaboy, which is something that a British person might say to a dog. Attaboy, fetch.
If you ain't
Because
been up
of-
to see Grey Garden, you should go.
Because there's so many
This is run by robots.
British cultural
Yes, I've been growing
references,
pretty good lately.
it's much more enjoyable for me to watch videos made by British people, like Londoners and so on, or people that have been to London, that have lived in London or the outskirts. And of course, I have myself. I had my secondary education
Yes?
in Croydon, which is not far from London.
Don't much care for good neighbor.
I used to drop into London to terrorize museums with my sister. A lot of stink bombs and visit the joke
Can't
shops.
remember the last time I had clean fingers.
Now that really puts the cow in couch, doesn't it? Moo.
If you work, you eat. It's simple as that.
My back hurts, my feet hurt,
I love the scarf.
everything hurts.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Thank you. It's like I can finally
Now,
think.
maybe I should turn this
Another day of hard
chair
work.
around so I'm not facing the wall.
Ain't
Not the,
looking for trouble, I hope.
not the dunce in the class.
Huh?
Go over and face the wall. Oh yes, Sheffield, my barman. So presumably there must be some kind of settlement building in Fallout London. So this is
I gave up alcohol after settling down here.
the vestige of the original house
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
that you get when you obtain the site. And I've incorporated into the brick and stone building. And this is sort of examples of the kind of litter you get with CVA, all this leaf litter and plant matter. Which of course I've dressed the main house with. And usually there's a garage over here, but this is spoiling the view of my lovely house. So I got rid of it. Put the statue instead. And some hedges and shrubbery to soften the workshop, so the workshop wasn't so blindingly obvious, as you can't really move the workshop. And Fallout London is much more verdant, much more overgrown, not as bleak and desolate as Fallout 4, or did the other Fallouts, which I've played. New Vegas and Fallout 3. All this leaf litter from CVA, all this plant matter, CVA. See how it makes the building look more genuine and less like something I've stuck together. Less like a new construction and more like something that belongs in the game. Well, that's down to the bar there. And Fallout London is so rich with all these nods to British or English culture. The Cockney accent and so on. And the posher accents of the gentry. I kind of wish they'd kept the Queen in the game. I know she died. It must be a couple of years ago now. But she was the very epitome of posh. I always check the cabinets. Because sometimes you find things in the cabinets. And this is my most British house, I think. In another playthrough, I've been building a colossal French chateau. It's effectively a mega build. Oh, there's Buggerlugs up there. Todd the Magnificent. I kind of wish he'd given the Fallout London people a hand. But he seems determined that the Fallout universe doesn't exist outside London, outside the Americas. A nice bathroom, very well equipped, and shower. A comfort suite. Have a bath. Drink of water from the sink. Take a dump in the crapper or have a pee in the and so on. Yes, I think this is fast becoming my favourite house that I've built so far. Certainly on the PlayStation 5. And I hope we can do similar in Fallout London, or if or when we eventually get it. Which might be years down the line. Hopefully not as far down the line as whenever Bethesda decide to bring out Fallout 5. I'd hate for it to be in competition with that. Yes. Lighting is always good at making things very atmospheric. Oh, look at all the stuff I've got in there. Oh, and potentially Sean's room. When I get around to actually doing more of the main quest. Nice little room here. So even though all the posters, the artwork and street signage and billboards, all that stuff in Fallout London is based on real world examples. So I hope Fallout London continues to be a runaway success. So much so that Bethesda might actually step in and help them out, even if just to monetize it, to make it into a commercial product that could be available on consoles, on PlayStation and Xbox. Because these people that created it, well, they did it all for free. All the voice talent, all the design work, the world building, the artwork, everything. They did for the love of the game. Just to bring the Fallout universe into London, into Europe. Into my neck of the woods. Not that I don't enjoy the American Fallouts. In fact, Fallout 4 is my favourite because I've got American relatives that live in the area or lived in the area. Quite a few generations of relatives in the Massachusetts area. Lynn, Massachusetts, and possibly even Salem. I can't quite remember. It was my granddad's generation that really knew them all, because he was in the Americas in the 1930s. Well, the late 20s, early 30s, I think, during the gangster and prohibition era. I don't think I've actually done very much in this playthrough apart from build this house. So I'm only level 30 something. There's a lot more I can do to this house to furnish it and make it nice. Again, all this plant matter and detritus was from the CVA menu. Oh, it's getting light. By dawn's early light. So are you looking forward to playing Fallout London, or are you actually playing Fallout London because you've got a natty new high-spec PC? Lucky bastard. Or are you, like me, hoping it comes to PlayStation and Xbox? Well, that's probably enough from me. Enough of me moaning. So thank you for joining me here in Fallout 4 on the PlayStation 5.
This is all much more exciting than domestic life, I assure you.
Is it really, Codsworth? So Codsworth is a fine example of a slightly posh English accent. So thanks again for joining me here, and if you liked this video, drop me a like, thumbs up the video, and if you want to see more of my videos, you can subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And you can see what else I've been building as I try to be creative in all the games I play, which is Fallout 4 and Elder Scrolls Online, and even Hogwarts Legacy. Yes, I think I'll continue finishing the interior. I've pretty much completed the exterior. There's sometimes a death claw over there. If these Yaogwai are full of meat, then the death claws around, and now they're empty. So it's probably safe enough. So thanks again for joining me here, and catch you later. Maybe with news of Fallout London, or more building videos like this. Ta-ta for now. Cheerio.